Hello, welcome to Krafting Kitty. My name is Erin and it's Tuesday. On Tuesdays, we tackle it. What are we tackling? My WIPS. Yes, Mondays we look at my yarn and we attempt to manage it. On Tuesdays, we try to tackle the other portion of my crafting conundrum for 2025, which is my WIPS. I've said before, I have WIP Island, more of a WIP archipelago, because there are WIPs both in my bedroom and in the craft room here. I am joining Miss Shannon from Another Yarn. She had the brilliant idea of the Tackle It series, and she wants to tackle her WIPs as well. So I was like, I am in with you, lady. Thank you. We're both tackling. How many times I use the word tackle in one video? We'll find out. We're both addressing things a little differently. I have a bin in the bedroom that I'm trying to deal with first. At the beginning, I went in and I grabbed a project. Of course, not the very first project I saw, because that was Sophie, and Sophie needs to wait a bit longer. But I grabbed out my 2022 Stephen West MCal Twists and Turns, which I did buy at Cast On Time. So yeah, I got the weekly clues. They're all printed up here in their separate weekly things. And I didn't finish it, obviously. It's still ongoing. It's still whipping. My goal for last week was to finish clue 4 and actually make a video on Tuesday. We're here on Tuesday. We have clue 4 completed. Look at that. I made my cable side of that wing right there. Beautiful. We are completely off needles because the next part for clue 5 is to pick up stitches where? Right here. Along this edge, and then start the cables on this side of the shawl. So my goal, here's what we have this time. The yellow, if you're seeing the yellow yarn, that's just holding my stitches. This is what we look like here, kinda. It's all wrinkly because it's been shoved in a project bag for a long time. There are my chevrons and my Jacob's ladder type situation and my other wing. Okay, so my goal for next week is going to be to complete section 5. And once I complete section 5, which is another of these cables, I believe that finishes off clue 2 for me. Let me double check. Yeah. So next week, the goal will either, you can think of it either way. Finish section 5 or finish clue 2. It's essentially the same thing. So, hopefully, next week I will be here holding up a shawl with 2 cable sections. So, I've also been thinking about the Tackle It plan. If I just pursue this project until it's complete, it's going to take a while, let's be honest, right? So my idea, if you follow along with my weekly roundup, I have my 3 priority projects. I am nearing completion on one of them, the Wrap Me Up sweater scarf. Once I finish that project, my idea is to move this project, the Twists and Turns, off of Tackle It Tuesday and into my regular rotation, and then pull another project out of the whip thing and start tackling it again. So like I said, my goal for next week is to show a completed clue 2, and then probably the week after we might be seeing a new project. I am going to hold off on Sophie until I finish all that Neon Stripes yarn, Neon Lights yarn that I bought from Hirschner's. So it won't be Sophie yet, But it'll be something, and I don't know what it'll be, because I'm going to be totally honest and say I don't know absolutely every project that's in that bin. I do know there is another Stephen West shawl. There is the 2023 MCAL. Geo Gradient is in there. I kind of feel like I would avoid grabbing another MCAL, just so I don't I don't want to overexert myself in the MCALs right now. I don't want to overwhelm myself. I don't know. It feels like having two going at the same time would be a bit much, is all I'm saying. But there you go. Update. A goal has been met. Amazing, right? I love it. I'm so excited. And the fact that I'm making such good progress does energize me. I think when I was first making this shawl, with like a lot of people, this first clue section, all these chevrons, it was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot of increase, decrease, cast on, cast off to make these little loop thingies, and it got old fast. I think it's a lovely effect, but getting to this effect is probably not a technique I will do again in the future. Spoiler alert. Okay. Love to you all. I'd love to know what you're tackling this year. If you have any old, either if you call them WIPS or UFOs, works in progress or unfinished objects, if that is your plan, what you are pulling out to work on, I would love to hear. Yeah, if you just want to share whatever you're making, I'd love to hear about it. I love it. I love it. Okay. I'm going to talk to you later. You're going to see me again today because I have a backlog of some videos I need to get out, and I'm going to be dealing with it. So, I will see you again this evening. Have a wonderful day.